Hi everyone, my name is Katie. Thank you for being here and welcome to the practice today. So today we're going to do, I want to say like a studio quality, hopefully you'll feel like you're in a yoga studio, a studio quality full body yoga practice on the longer side. So make sure you've got, if you have a blanket or a towel or blocks or books or anything, if you want. You might not need them, but it's nice to have them around. And we're going to focus on targeting the entire body, maybe a teeny tiny bit more focus on the shoulders, just a little bit, and wrist, and our heart. So, all right, let's go ahead and meet up. We're going to come to seated. So if you have a towel or blanket or bolster, sometimes it's nice to sit on just to make your knees a little lower than your hips. So just go ahead and get comfy there. All right. So we're going to start today with a little bit of breath work. So make sure your back is long, your neck is long, your shoulders down. You can soften or close your eyes. And we're going to start with doing a couple sips in and then a long exhale. So we're going to take 2 small inhales. So with our mouth closed through our nose and then exhale it out our mouth. So let's do that again. A couple sips in. Let's do it a couple more times. And you can hold it a little bit at the top if you want after your sips before you exhale. And exaggerate the length of your exhale. Make it a little bit longer if you want, okay? All right, let's change the cross of our feet. So whatever leg was in front, let's put it in the back. We're going to bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra or prayer pose at our heart center. And you can press your palms together, fingers all together. And if you want to set your intention for the practice, you can do that now. And just listen to yourself. Listen what your heart might be telling you. And if you want, you can open up your Anjali Mudra just a tiny bit and hold your intention. Imagine you're holding your intention in that space. And bring your thumbs to your heart. All right, let's go ahead and start to bring our hands up, following with our eyes. And then we're going to sweep our arms above us and make some cactus arms, so goalpost arms. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. And we're going to twist right at the heart center here. Drop your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand's going to go behind you. And then just walk your fingertips back a little bit. And then look over your right shoulder. Again, our back is long, neck is long, shoulders are down. Go ahead and inhale your right arm up. And we can exhale it down onto the top of our left knee. So now we've got some crisscross going on here. Go ahead and bring and bend your elbows, bring your torso forward. And then we're going to open up to our goalpost again, okay? Again, back is long, neck is long, shoulders are down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit. Right arm is going to land on top of left knee. Left hand is going to go behind you. And you can do a little fingertip walk behind you if you want to get a little bit more in that rotation in the thoracic area. And then we're going to look over our left shoulder. Again, we're pressing in through our bum, okay? We don't want the twist in our lumbar spine or low spine. We want it in the mid spine or the thoracic area, okay? And then obviously our cervical neck area is looking over our shoulder. And remember to breathe here in these pauses. Inhale your right arm up, land your right hand on top of your left hand on top of your right knee. And then bend your elbows, come forward here. And then we're going to take our cactus arms and then kind of wiggle your shoulders down. Sweep with an inhale, your left hand, just gently grab onto the right side of your ear. And then we're just going to gently bring our head towards the left, okay? Again, with your right arm, you can do a fingertip walk behind you. Just enjoying a little bit of a neck stretch here. And then we're going to inhale both arms up to V arms and look up. And then bring your head so it's level, keeping your arms up, and then bring your chin back a little bit. So make yourself a double chin. This is great to help with tech neck. You can do this anytime. Bring your arms back a little bit more. And then we're going to sweep our right hand to our left ear. Gentle. Pull towards the right. And then we're going to fingertip walk our left hand behind us. And again, just breathe. Breathe how you will naturally breathe. And then let's undo that. We'll come to V arms again, double chin it. Reach a little bit more with your fingertips. And then bring your hands together above you and then follow your hands down to your heart center. All right, we're gonna come to tabletop now. So if you have a blanket or a towel, and if your knees bother you, you might wanna add some cushioning. Go ahead and do that if you want. So we're gonna come to tabletop. I'm gonna stretch out our wrists just a little bit. So bring your fingertips to point to the long end of the mat on each side, okay? So tabletop, your knees are under your hips, your wrists are under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Let's back up a minute, sorry. Go back to normal fingers. Spread your fingers wide. Your pointer fingers are parallel to each other, and then bring your thumb in a tiny bit closer, okay? So that's our tabletop stance, okay? Wrists are parallel to the short end of the mat, knees again under hips, okay? Then from here, we're just gonna rotate our fingertips to the long end of the mat. And we're just gonna take our bodies to the right a little bit, and then take our bodies to the left. Can add some inhale here, some exhales. Syncing in your breath with your movement, what makes sense to you, okay? From there, we're gonna flip your left wrist. So come onto the back of your left hand. Right wrist goes forward. Very gentle stretch here, okay? You don't even have to do anything really, just flip it. And then let's do the right hand. So come onto the back of your right hand. Left hand goes forward. And then we're going to flip our fingertips so they're pointing at our knees, okay? Now, if you want, you can tuck your toes and just bring your bum back ever so slightly if that feels okay. If that doesn't feel okay, then just stay where you feel okay. All right. Lovely. Let's bring it back, flip it around. We're going to take your right leg and land it between your hands, okay? I'm going to come to low lunge on the right side. So let's set it up here. So really press your foot into the mat. If you need to tuck your left toes and walk your left knee down a little, really make sure your foundation is strong. You're going to be pressing into the shoelace part of your foot onto your fingertips. And we're going to imagine pulling everything to the center and then through and up, okay, as we come up. Hands can go to heart center, or you can bring your arms up, drop your shoulders down. Pull your low belly into your spine. We're going to pull your right hip back a little as we are gently pressing your left hip forward, okay? We're sinking into the front bent leg. Knee is over ankle or behind it, just not past it. So check your knee and shoulders are down. Again, low belly is helping to support our whole pelvic girdle area. And again, breathe here. When you're ready, let's inhale back a tiny bit, exhale down, land it on your fingertips first and then your palms. We're going to just bring our bum back ever so gently as we roll into our heel. Okay. And then if you have blocks, you can bring those next to you. Kind of nice to help with keeping your back straighter. If not, you can come onto your tippy fingers. Okay. And fingers should be around your knee. You can keep a little tiny bend in your knee still, okay? And you can flex your foot if you want, or if you want to give a gentle tug with your right hand. Go ahead and come onto your left hand, and then we're going to reach up with our right. Revolved Ardha Hanuman here, revolved half monkey. Parivrtta Ardha Hanuman. We're being very technical. And then sweep your hand down. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to bring our right leg back. And then kickstand. Kickstand your left leg, so let's come into a 45. And we're going to extend our right foot out, okay? So your right foot is now extended, pointing to the long end of the mat, okay? You can drag your wrist down a little bit if you need a little bit more support. From here, we're going to reach up and imagine you're pulling up through your heart center and reaching up towards the sky and back a little. So really opening up through your chest. All right. From here, let's go ahead and lift your right leg and press it out. So we're in a kneeling half moon. So a kneeling Ardha Chandrasana. And if you want, if you like to keep your leg down, keep it down. If you like to lift it, lift it. If you like to bind, you can reach for the back of your foot with your right hand. Reach for the top of your foot and then press the top of your foot into your right hand, okay, if you want to go for a bind. If you are binding, go ahead and bring your foot in a little closer and then with controlled move it, extend it out. Reach your arm up. I'm going to land your right foot down and then pull everything up again through the center. We're pulling up. Hip points are pulling together. Core is moving towards the back. Hands to heart. Again, Can hold our intention in between our palms. And extend your right arm down your right leg. Left arm's going to sweep up and over by your left ear, okay? Again, we're focusing on rotating the heart center towards the sky on the left side, okay? Beautiful gate pose here. Let's go ahead and sweep our hands down. Come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, and we're going to come to Adho Mukha, or downward facing dog, okay? All right. So notice here, because we did a lot of work on our right side, notice how your right side feels compared to your left side, okay? And our hands are the same positioning that they were in tabletop for Adho Mukha. Our heels are towards the mat. Our inner thighs are rotating in towards each other. Our hips lifted to the space where the ceiling meets the wall. And bring your head down a little bit closer towards the mat. And your ears are bumping to your biceps, okay? All right, we're going to slowly walk our feet to our hands and come to forward fold here. You can find your elbows, have a tiny bend in your knees. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. We're going to inhale, exhale all the way up. Reach up over our heads. Take your feet hip width apart. And we're going to come into Tadasana. It's a lot of T's. So roll around all sides of your feet, okay? All corners of your feet. Your knees are over your ankles. Your hips are over your knees. Shoulders are over your hips. Your ears are over your shoulders. We can do our double chin here again. So if you take your peace fingers and press your chin back a little bit. Protecting our neck, protecting that flow of energy. It's also called the Jalandhara Bandha. Palms facing forward. We are simultaneously pressing our feet into the mat and lifting through our crown, okay? Almost floating here. Roll your upper inner thighs towards each other and then press your tailbone a little bit point it towards the ground, okay? Low belly's in. And just breathe. Inhale your arms up. Let's grab onto your with your right hand, grab onto your left forearm. We're just going to gently bring that over towards the right. So your left bicep is by your ear. We're looking up under your left arm. And then let's go ahead and interlace your fingers, press it out, shoulders go down, and let's do the other side. So grab onto your right forearm, your left hand, reach over. While we're doing this, we're pressing our right foot into the mat, looking up under our arms. Head is back a little. You can imagine you're kind of pressing your shoulder blades towards each other. And then let's interlace our fingers, press it out, drop our shoulders down. Hands go to heart center. We're going to bend our knees, forward fold, and then come to flat back. So in flat back, drag your fingertips so they're above your knees, and your elbows are tucked in by your hips, and you're extending from your bum to your crown, okay? Feel that extension, that line lengthening. And then bend your knees. We're going to land fingertips down and then palms. Step right foot back, left foot back to plank, okay? Again, fingers are the same positioning in plank. Pointer fingers are parallel, thumbs in a little bit. Other fingers are spread. Wrist creases to shorten of the mat. Just like in Tadasana, where we rolled our inner thighs inward, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, and then press through our heels. Press the mat away a little bit more. Pull your low belly in. And when you're ready, we're going to press our toes forward and either come down on our knees and lower down, or we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. So press forward, lower all the way down. Okay, let's roll it out here. So we're going to come to Sphinx pose. So let's come onto our forearms here. It's a gentle back bend. And imagine you're making like a half moon shape with your low belly, okay? You can even bring your hands together. Triangle. If it's too pinchy on your low back, you can walk your elbows forward a little bit, okay? Pulling your low belly in. Pressing your feet, tops of your feet into the mat. Inner thighs again, rolling in towards each other. And then let's bring it down. Let's go ahead and make a forearm pillow. Okay. And we're just going to bring your left leg and bend it to 90 degrees right at your hip height. Okay. Rest your head for a moment. And then let's undo that. And then we're going to take our right leg and bend it up to a 90, other side. And rest there. And let's go ahead, bring your right leg back, hands go to each side of heart center. Elbows are straight back and you're touching your ribs with your arms, okay? We're just gonna press up a little bit to a tiny baby cobra and then lower down. Inhale up, exhale down. Go ahead and tuck your toes, bring your bum all the way back to child's pose, okay? So you can move, if you have a blanket, you can move that. We will need it again, maybe. So child's pose can either be legs are parallel and you can reach down, or you can have toes together, knees wide, if you like that better, okay? And we're gonna find our elbows again and then just walk your elbows up a little bit and press your bum back a little bit more. All right, from there, walk your hands over towards the right. And then if you want to cross your left wrist over your right and then press into your left hip. And then walk it back to center, press back. And then walk your hands over towards the left, cross your right wrist over your left and press your hip back. Really get the stretch in the side body here. All right, let's go do our other side. So we're gonna come to tabletop. Again, and we're gonna bring our left leg up. So we're gonna do low lunge left side, okay? So set it up first, make sure everything's strong, okay? Pressing into our foot and the back of our leg. Pull your low belly in, and then we're gonna bring everything to the middle. Again, hip points towards each other. Left hip creases back, right hip creases front. Sink in, arms up, shoulders go down. Breathe here, keeping your low belly in. And then let's sweep our arms down. We're gonna walk your bum back a little. Come onto your heel. Flex your left toes, so point your toes towards your shin. If you want to help it out, you can grab onto them. Again, blocks. If you have blocks here, they're kind of nice. They just bring the floor closer to you. So, sometimes our arms and legs are different lengths, okay? And they just help us. They just help us out. It's great. All right, go ahead and land your right hand down. We're going to reach up and revolve with our left. All right, let's bring it down. We're going to take your left leg back. We're going to kickstand our right this time. Extend your left leg out so your toes are pointing forward. Again, if you need to bring your right hand in just a tiny bit, you can. And we're going to imagine we're like pulling, and as we do that, we're rotating our heart center up and reach over. Flex your wrist if you want. From here, we're going to pull everything to the middle and bring ourselves up, okay? Actually, wait, we forgot to do our lifts. Go back. Sorry. Lift your foot. Sorry. So that happens in a real class too. You forget things. Studio class. Got to go back. Okay. So lift your left leg. Hip height. You can stay here if you want. Come to a kneeling Ardha Chandrasana, or you can reach for the top of your foot and bind. If you are binding, pull your foot in a little closer and then gently extend it out with control. And then we can come up. Pull everything to the middle, everything up and through. Low belly's in. Left hand extends down your left leg, right arm. Again, we're going to imagine our torso twist up. Reach up and over. Look under your right arm. Gate pose. Heads back a little bit. And then let's sweep our hand down. We'll come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, bring your bum back, lift up and press back to Adho Mukha, or downward facing dog. Okay. All right, let's really press it out here, walk it out. You can move your towel if you want. Go ahead and extend your right foot back behind you. Reach, reach, reach. And then look forward and square your hips and your shoulders to the shoulder of the mat, okay? And we're gonna bend our right knee, bring it to center, a little hover, press the mat away, extend it back. And you can be coming onto your tippy toes of your left foot as you do that, okay? And then we're gonna bend it, we're gonna take it to our left elbow, and then we're gonna take it all the way back. Reach. And then we're going to take it to the right side, outside of our right elbow, and then we're going to take it all the way back. And then this time, we're going to land it about 6 inches behind our right wrist, and we're going to rotate all our toes towards the right, pressing into the mat with our left hand. We're going to lift our right arm, and then we're going to lift our hips, okay? You're on your pinky toe side of your left foot, okay? So strong here, you're pressing through that. Pressing through the mat with your right foot. Supported side plank here. Breathe. Lift your hips. If you want, you can reach to that space. Inhale up. Reach. Inhale up. Reach. Inhale up. And then we're going to land it down. All toes go straight back to Adho Mukha. And then come to your knees. Keep your toes tucked. We're going to sit back. We're going to let our toes stretch a little and let our wrists rest, okay? So shake out your wrists. You can make some fists here. Go ahead and grab your fingertips of your right hand with your left hand and then just lift up a little. And then we're going to switch to the other side. And then let's make some fists. When we're ready, we're going to do the left side, okay? You good? Back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. Really press out your down dog. Left foot extends back behind you. Point your toes, and then make sure your shoulders and hips square with the short end of the mat. We're gonna come onto our right tippy toe, bend our left knee, let it hover, and then take it back. And we're gonna bend and take it to our right elbow, left knee to right elbow, extend it back. Left knee to outside of left elbow, and then extend it back. And then we're gonna land it 6 inches or so behind our left wrist. Rotate all toes to the left. Press the mat with your right hand. Lift, again, twisting up with your left. And again, if you wanna do some thread the needles here, you can. It's an option. Press a little bit more, lift your hips. Okay, we're gonna land it down, back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. All right, let's walk your feet to your hands. I'm gonna forward fold here, so keep a bend in your knees, okay? And then we're gonna bend our knees a lot. And lay your torso on top of your thighs, okay? From there, bring your hands, rest your forearms on top of your thighs. And you can either stay like this, or we can bring our forearms out in front of us and sink down a little bit more into chair pose. Breathe. Sink it down, exhale. Couple more breaths. We got this. And then we're gonna roll into our tippy toes, lifting our heels. Bring your palms in front of you so they say hi, and then we're gonna escape them back behind us and lift them high so your palms are facing each other. So we're in a diver's pose here, okay? Still strong in our legs, holding on with the tips of our toes. And when you're ready, a couple more breaths. Let's inhale, and then let's exhale ourselves up, staying on our tippy toes. Reach, 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 reach. As high as you can. Biceps are by ears. Again, imagine you have that beam, and you're gonna glue your hands to it. And then tippy toe a little bit more, and then lower your heels down. So we get some length in the spine there. Whew, hands go to heart center. Shake it out, shake everything out. Whew, all right. You guys doing good? Okay. From here, let's take your right foot, step it back. We're gonna come to warrior 1 feet. So left knee is bent over left ankle. You're sinking into that. You're pulling that left hip back a little, okay? Right foot's pointing to the corner of the mat. And then your hips are just this beautiful angle in that space, okay? If this is pinchy on your low back, step it wider, okay? All right, I'm sinking in here. All right. And from here, just at our heart center, we're just gonna twist, again, just that thoracic area. We're leaving our lumbar spine alone. We're just gonna twist and then rise up. Shoulders go down, sink in. Breathe here. All right, we're gonna inhale your right foot forward, step it down, shake it out, and then we're gonna lift Find your balance. Hands can go to hips here. And then let's take your left hand to the top of your right knee. Right hand's going to go in front, and then we're going to follow it back behind us. Finding our balance here. Flexure, right toes, strong, long in your back. All right, let's bring it back, land it down. Let's do left foot back. Let's do warrior one or Virabhadrasana one. Other side, same setup here, okay? Really think about your foot. Think about if your back's talking to you. We're sinking in here. Arms up, shoulders down. And then your back foot, kind of press into the pinky toe side of your back foot, okay? So it's going to cause this inner part of your upper thigh to roll backwards a little bit, okay? We want that because we'll use that later, okay? Shoulders down and breathe here. All right, let's step your left foot back to meet your right, and then we're going to get strong in our right leg. Pick up your left foot to a 90. Really long in your back. Again, we're extending through the crown. Right hand goes to top of left knee. The left hand's going to go behind you. You can reach and look behind you. Pull your low belly in. And then land it down. I'm going to shake it out here. Inhale up. Hands to heart center, bend your knees, forward fold. Flat back. Fingertips and palms, plank. Again, we can be on our knees for plank, or we can be a four-legged plank. Pull your low belly in. A couple more breaths. If this is too hard on your wrist, you can come to your forearms too. Do a forearm plank, okay? Let's press our whole body forward and then lower ourselves down. Hands on each side of heart center, press back, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's bring our right leg to a 90. Make a forearm pillow. And then let's bring our left leg to a 90. Forearm pillow. And then hands to each side of heart center. Center, elbows straight back. Press yourself all the way back to child's pose. This child's pose, we're going to sweep our arms behind us and let your palms rest facing up. Inhale, tabletop, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Right foot goes back. Middle, extend it back. Outside of right elbow, extend it back. To left elbow, extend it back. We're going to land it. Rotate everything to the right. Lift up. Lift your hips. Sweep it down. Back to downward facing dog. Left foot extends back. Reach. Bend it to center. Extend it back. Bend it to the right elbow. Extend it back. Bend it to the outside of your left elbow. Extend it back, land it behind your left wrist, rotate everything to the left, press up and lift your hips on the left side. Sweep your arm down, back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Walk yourself forward. We're gonna come to forward fold here. Find your elbows, let your head dangle. Yes, let it dangle. No. Bend your knees a lot, rest your torso. Hands go to tops of thighs. Bring your arms up. Sink it down, chair pose. Let's go to our diver. Reach your arms up. Inhale all the way up. Imagine you're gluing your hands. Press out a little more. Lower your heels. Hands to heart center and shake it out. All right, we're shaking everything. Okay. All right. From here, we'll come to warrior 2 feet. So left foot's back, right foot's bent. Bend your knee over your ankle. Your back foot is either parallel to the short end of the mat or it's slightly turned up, whatever feels best to you, okay? We're gonna extend our arms out, sink to our front leg, inhale up. Hands go to heart center, we straighten our front leg, exhale, bend. Inhale up. Down and exhale. Inhale up. Bend, bring it down and exhale. Inhale up one more time. And then let's sink it in. And then reach through your fingertips. Pressing, imagine you're pulling the mat away with your feet. Looking past your fingertips. Arms are at shoulder height. If you need some alignment cues, your wrists are over your ankles, if that feels okay. Okay. Can be shorter. Can be longer if you want, but and then we're going to reach a little bit far more with our, is it farther or further? With our front hand or right hand, bend it, let it rest on your bent leg. It's not putting any weight, okay? You can move it, nothing will change, okay? And then we're gonna reach up and over with our left hand. Sink a little bit more, side angle. Arm is by ear. And then we're gonna reverse our warrior, sweep your arms. So left hand goes to left leg, right arm reaches up. Reach. And then we're going to straighten our front leg and extend your arms out, okay? And then bring them to your hips. And then we're going to feel our hips. So we're going to feel our right hip go down a little bit, our left hip go up, okay? Reach as far as you can with your right hand. If you have blocks, you can always come to a block here. And we're going to imagine, again, we're twisting our heart center up and open, okay? So you can bring your arm out parallel, start to bend your elbow until it gets back behind you. And then we can bring our hand to our shoulder and then extend up, okay? Uttanasana, triangle pose. So triangle pose, if you like symbolism, it's thought that the back leg represents the past, the torso is the present, and the arm extending up is the future. So it's finding that connection with our timeline. Then we're going to bend into your front leg, come back up, sink down. Let's take another reverse warrior. And then we're going to come and rotate our feet so they're both pointing straight forward. So we're in a wide-legged here. Hands go to hips, knees bend, reach for the floor. And we're just going to walk ourselves side to side, okay? Your feet can come up onto your heels if you want, depending how low you want to go, or you can take your block and just go back and forth. That's nice too. So depends where your body needs to go with this, okay? Working into our inner thighs here. All right, when you're ready, We're going to walk our hands all the way to your right foot. Grab onto your top of your right foot and reach up with your right hand. So you're grabbing on with your left hand. Reach up. Press your bum back a little bit. Get a little bit more length in the spine. And then bring it down. Bring your hands to your long end of your mat, and we're just going to bring our feet straight forward and just come a little bit onto your tippy toes, okay? Again, we're feeling that length from our bum to our crown. And then bring your feet back down. Take a bend. Walk your hands to your left foot. Put your right hand on top of your left foot and then reach up with your left hand. Let's bring it down. Hands go back to center. Again, toes straight forward. Bring your hands up in front of you a little bit and then just come onto your balls of your feet, and then imagine you're pressing your bum back, okay? And look at the long end of your mat. All right, can heel toe your feet back in. Bend your knees, come up. We're gonna do our warrior flow other side. So now your left leg's bent, low belly's in. We're pressing into the pinky toe side of our back foot again. And let's just do some inhale and exhale, some dynamic movement here with our warrior two. Exhale down, and then let's hold. All right, we're going to reach a little bit more with our left hand. Let it land on our bent leg. Right arm goes up by ear. Really reach here. And we're going to pull everything to center. Straighten your front leg. Again, hands to hips. Feel the hip. Left hip go down, right hip go up a little, and we're going to extend, let it fall wherever we want it to. Arm goes out in front of you. Bend your elbow, find your shoulder, and then extend up. Low belly's in. And then imagine too, you're turning your upper back inner thigh towards whatever's behind you, okay? So you're rotating that back as we're pressing into the pinky toe side, okay? And then imagine there's a wall behind you you're just resting your head on. Okay, bend your knee. Let's come back to warrior. Flow into a reverse. And then sweep it down. All right, let's go ahead and bring our feet back to center. We can bring our feet to a 45 and we can sink down to goddess pose here. You can inhale star. Exhale goddess. Inhale star. Exhale goddess. And then let's go ahead and come onto our tippy toes and goddess. If you want to alternate tippy toes, you can. Both come up. If you want to come to cactus lines here, you can. All right, let's reach and extend. One last time. And then let's windmill ourselves around. Fingertips land, palms land, back to plank. And then we can come to tabletop here. Okay, so go ahead and let's extend come to a wide seated. Okay, so wide-legged like this. And then we're bringing your right foot so it's inside of your left thigh, okay? And just reach yourself forward a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. You can have your blocks too if you like that. And then go ahead and take your right hand, put it to the side, maybe like 6 inches to the side of your right knee. And we're just going to bring ourselves up and reach. One more reach. One more beautiful reach and extend. And then lower down, okay? To the other side. So extend your right leg out, left foot goes in. And then just come forward a little bit. Left hand a couple inches to the side of your left knee, and then reach up. And then come down. All right, so let's come to our backs next. So just slowly make your way there. Come all the way down. Okay. And go ahead and bring your feet up to 90 degrees. Flex your toes. And just bring your arms up above you, okay? And we're going to start to slowly lower. If you want to lower and tap your left foot down as you take your right hand back, okay? And then switch. So right foot taps, left hand goes back. It can go to whatever extent you like, okay? And as you're doing that, press your low back into the floor, okay? And press your shoulder blades into the floor, okay? Pull your low belly in for support. And we're just going to alternate here a little bit. Just a few more. Just added a little bit of core work to our planks. Our planks are probably one of the best core work that you can do, but this helps too. So I'm just going to add it in. All right, and then let's give ourselves a hug. So grab onto the back of your thighs, roll it out here a little bit, and then come back to your 90 degrees and cross your right foot so your right ankle is behind your left knee. Flex your toes, reach to that space you made. We're just going to hug it in here. Figure 4, supine figure 4. And keeping your right leg on top, start to just bring it over, if you can, as much as you can on top of your left knee. And then reach for the tops of your feet. And you can take a little, if you like this, you can take a bicycle ride. If you like to stay in figure 4, you can stay there. Just roll around here a little bit. And it can be wide. It doesn't have to be stacked, okay? All right, and then let's gently and slowly take our legs towards the left. And then we're going to extend your right arm at shoulder height to the right and then look to the right. Pull your low belly and bring your legs back up, and we're going to switch. So take your left ankle and bring it behind your Right knee, flex your toes. Reach to that space you made and hug it in towards you. And then start to bring your leg a little bit more towards the right. Grab onto the tops of your feet. Take a bicycle ride. And go ahead and let your feet go all the way to the right. Extend your arm up and look towards your left. And then let's bring it back to center. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest again. If you want to take a happy baby, you can keep your feet parallel to the ceiling. Reach for the pinky toe slide, or you can reach for your piece of your big toes. You can do that. Straighten, extend, whatever you feel you need before we set up for Shavasana, okay? And go ahead, extend your feet out. Let everything get really comfy. If you have that blanket, you might want to roll it up and put it under your knees if that feels better. And then your feet kind of flop out, hands kind of flop out. Press your head in the mat and then lower your shoulders down a little. Again, here we can do our double chin for a second. And just let your mat hold you like a hammock. Relax your toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your knees. Relax your hips. Relax your fingertips, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. Relax your jaw, your mouth, your ears, your nose, your eyes, your forehead, your crown. Relax your heart. When you're ready, start to bring some movement to your fingers. And touch your fingertip with your thumb, all the tips of your fingers. Take a deep breath in, point your toes. Reach your arms up above your head and really reach, full body stretch. Oh, really reach for the ceiling, the wall, not the ceiling, the walls behind each side of you. And then we'll reach for the ceiling with our hands. Bring it to our heart center. Bend your knees, give yourself a hug. We're going to take it slowly to the side and then press yourself up, okay? All right. It's an honor to practice with you today. Thank yourself and honor yourself for being here, for showing up, for giving yourself this time. May you be okay. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. May you continue to be awesome and may you progress. Namaste. All right. Hope you feel good. And I hope to see you again and take care until then. Okay. Bye.